Thank you, Update, for interrupting my recording. That was lovely. Good morning, Daydreamers. I hope you guys are having a good day. I woke up late. I woke up in a weird mood. I almost always wake up in really good moods. I might be tired and not want to start the day, but I wake up in a good mood. Um, every now and then I don't. And today's one of those days where I have it, and it's kind of left me feeling weird because I I don't usually do that. And so I'm just kind of out of space at the moment. Uh, but I did not do this yesterday, so I needed to come on and do it today. So here I am doing my almost daily vlog, and I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. My eyes are bothering me today. Anybody else have Sjogren's syndrome out there? I do. And right now, my eyes feel like they have teeny tiny little shards of glass in them. And every time I blink, I can just feel it scratching and poking at me, even though, I'm doing all the care I'm supposed to be doing with them. I've gotten some different eye drops. I'm hoping those will work better. But I don't want to say it's super painful because it's better. It's not at that really painful point anymore, but it's still irritating and odd, and I want to reach up and claw my eyes. Had to take my nails down and smooth them round because I am clawing my eyes at night when I'm asleep, and that's not a good thing. So no points for me for a bit, which I don't like. I am so accustomed to having stiletto nails that when I don't feel like myself. My hands don't look like my hands, and it's weird to me, which is ridiculous. It's so silly, and yet that lack of familiarity is odd. Let me see. Anything else I want to talk about before I do my question? I haven't watched the news this morning. Nope. I think I'm going to have to keep the news until noon because I don't think I can handle the news this morning. It might just drive me. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for the news this morning. I Okay. There are some institutes that you expect when the shit hits the fan, they're gonna hold the line. You expect that. They are renowned for that. They are supposed to do that. So when they don't even put up a fight, that, yeah. I, I'm struggling right now with all of that. I think that, I mean, there's people who aren't rolling over, don't get me wrong. There are people fighting and fighting. But that so many are just rolling over and capitulating and going, I guess this is the way it's going to be. It's terrifying. It reaffirms observations that I wish were incorrect. And it makes it very challenging to, I don't want to say have a positive outlook, because I try to have a positive outlook no matter what. I get sarcastically called Mrs. Brightside or Miss Brightside now and things like that sometimes, because I do try to find the bright side to everything. But it's becoming more challenging. And the bright side of things right now, it's like bare minimum brightness in the world. Oh yes, it's great because do have a roof over my head. I do have food. I do have all these things. I'm not in a country that's being bombed to death. That's the bright side. I I don't I just don't grasp. I can't understand why so much of what's happening is happening. I mean, I know I know the logic behind it. I understand what's being manipulated. I understand that it's a change of power. I understand the tech gods. I understand all of these different things. I do understand it in writing. I don't understand it in a manner of that it's going to advance things that are positive for our civilization and our planet. I don't understand it in a way that it's going to do so much harm. I mean, it's destructive. It's counterproductive. That's what I don't understand. And how it's either intentionally counterproductive or that many people are just not educated on things that they should be to be in those positions. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. And as someone who is in a more vulnerable position than many people are, not all people, I mean, there's people far more vulnerable than me, but it is disheartening and um, terrifying in a lot of ways. So it's just a lot to take in. I guess that was a good 7 minutes. Damn it. Okay, so the question for today, and I'm paraphrasing, is imagine two distinct parts of your personality or something like that on a road trip together. And they have to be very different parts. What would they say to each other? What would that road trip look like? That road trip would probably be horrible. Oh, I think it would be fun, but I don't know if the two parts of my personality would enjoy it at the same time. I think so. I have road trip and just my personality in general. I think the main two aspects of my personality are overly serious, as you just witnessed, and total and complete dork. They can clash. So if my dorky side is on that road trip, I am on a rhyme-a-thon and I will refuse to speak in anything but rhymes. And I will make them silly and I'll rhyme everything. And as I pass it, I'll be making up songs that are rhyming. And I am that person in the road trip that you either love having because it's a good time or is going to get on your nerves so fast that you just want to kick me out of the car. And then the other side of my personality would be just wanting to have a very serious, in-depth conversation. Stop fooling around, that sort of personality. Would you stop it and be quiet and just talk for a moment about, contemplate this? So those two together, I'd like to think that the serious side would eventually crack a smile and have to give in to the silly side, and then it would just become a great, most enjoyable road trip. But I don't know if that would happen. The silly side could give in if the serious side brings up a topic that was engaging enough to draw me out of my rhyme. But I would try to respond to it in rhyme before. And that's probably what would happen. In fact, I think the silly side would see it as a challenge to have this intelligent, introspective conversation on whatever serious topic the serious side brought up, but to do it in rhyme and to do it completely silly, but be making good points, that would become like a personal challenge to the silly side. And I think the serious side would probably respect that because it would be challenging and would try to trip up the humorous, the silly side, just because that would be their challenge to say something that makes it even more challenging. And so it would become a challenge against challenge kind of thing, which could be really fun. That could be a lot of fun. So maybe it would be a great road trip. And then they would both, and then a song would come on because well, no, I'd probably have it off if they were having conversation. But if I had the radio on, a song would come on that they both really like. Or if I'd probably have my own playlist play because radio sucks. But I would have that come on and they'd both just stop and just start singing. Yeah, that would be my road trip. That would be my road trip. I think that would be good fun. In fact, if you're somebody who would enjoy that, I need to go on a road trip with you because I find most people don't enjoy that. But what's the point of going on a road trip if you can't just have fun, let loose, and enjoy it and not take yourself so seriously while still taking yourself completely seriously? Yeah. I think that's it. And I think 11 minutes, that might be the shortest one I've done. So I'm going to stop with that because I've got a lot to do and I woke up late. I hope you guys have a great Monday and may you shine brightly. Bye. Oh, no, not bye. Tell me what your two sides are. I forget to do this thing. Tell me what your two sides are in the comment section and tell me how you would enjoy your road trip.